TexasTrophies.com. If we can't make it, you don't need it. This shooting house is one more example of that. We make all kinds of stuff. Come and check us out. You won't be disappointed. Today, I have this piece of ironwood, is what they tell me it is. Came out of my parents' backyard. I got another log, I guess, in the back of my truck, but this piece was already off. My brother's borrowing my chainsaw, so I don't have my chainsaw to cut. So this chunk was already off, laying on the ground, so I picked it up as well. So I'm gonna turn this. I think it's got some cracks in it. I'm just gonna turn it and see how the wood turns. It's a little chunky piece. So I think I'm gonna break off this piece here and then put my faceplate here. Okay, I positioned that faceplate to where I got the deepest one. I think was right here, but that's a pretty long screw. So I got some meat in that wood. I got a screw in every hole in that faceplate, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this this hold now. So there it is. No telling what it's gonna look like. The wood is awesome inside, so I'm gonna turn it and see what happens. It's gonna be cracky and silly, but this is just to see how this wood turns. So let's see what it does. Cool. Ow. Okay, well, there's some pretty good looking grain in there. I'm gonna keep going. Wait. Okay, that's out. Shake it out. Alright, well, this is some cracks right here. Pretty good sized cracks. I don't know, and the wood is wet. I can feel it. So I don't know if I should put epoxy in this. There's cracks there. There's a big crack right there. So I don't know if I should. This is probably the pith right here of the tree. Yeah, it looks like it. So do I put epoxy in it and do all that stuff with some test? I keep going with it, man. All right, I'm gonna put epoxy in it, and then I'm gonna let it set overnight. It's wet still though. I don't know what I should do. I'll put some epoxy in and see what happens. It's just an experiment, right? All right, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I got the epoxy in. It's been sitting here since, well, probably 24 hours now. I was gonna leave it. I was gonna leave this chainsaw mark in here, but the cracks went through the chainsaw mark, and I really don't like that. I mean, it's shiny, yeah, cool, but I think it'll be better if I just take it down another, whatever that is, make it a smaller bowl. This side's pretty good, and it's gonna, shrink that down too. Anyways, I'm gonna turn that out and see what happens next. All right. All right. Well, I got it all the way down. So right here, the epoxy didn't go all the way down, which probably should have kept working on it until now. But I wasn't even sure if I was going to keep the bowl going. So I decided to, and I'm going to do it. And those cracks need more epoxy. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more epoxy on it. This This bowl is still cold, it's still wet. So I'm gonna smear some epoxy in this again and let it sit overnight again. And maybe it fell out because it's wet. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh well. Okay, day number 3 of epoxy. It looks pretty good. It looks like the epoxy's down in there. I'm gonna give it a light scraping. I sanded on it last night, and this wood's really coming out good. And I got a little drip right there in the mortise, so I'm gonna lightly scrape everything and then resand it, and go through the normal finishing on the bottom and then turn it around. But I'm not going to put you through that because I'm already still talking about this epoxy. Okay, I'm going to do that and then I'll show you where it is. Okay, there's the bottom. Mortise, about 8 or so coats of Obi Shine. There's some little streak right there. I don't know if the wood is soaking it up right there. Probably so. I'm going to let this, the bottom looks really good for the bottom. You know, this edge on the outside, I can probably let this cure all the way and then get a couple more coats while it's turned around after I hollow it out. All right, well, I'm gonna turn it around and hollow it out. All right, well, this is what the face of the bowl looks like. It looks pretty gnarly. I like this. Oh, well, that's where those cracks are coming from. Okay. Well, no epoxy needed there anymore. I'm gonna keep turning and see what happens. That piece broke out. That piece broke out. There's some looks like some kind of weird orangish stuff here. There's some kind of rot or something in there. I'm gonna keep going. I think maybe I'm gonna switch to a carbide. See what I can do. Scary. Okay, apparently that wood is brittle in there. I got some what do you call it? Rotten stuff in there. Okay. Well, I think that's about as far as I'm willing to go in this thing, because there's some wobble in it. Looks like I'm about to lose this whole side over here. Yeah, I'm losing this whole side right here. Can you see it? Oh, you see it? Yeah, okay. This is all punky wood over here. You know what? I'm gonna put some this is all that. This is the side with the epoxy that I put on there before that I thought was okay. Man, this thing is gone. It's about to fall apart. Alright, well, I think I can get some Get some tight bond in there. Get a little clamp on there. Guess I'm gonna keep going on this bowl. I'm not gonna give up on this bowl. I'm gonna keep turning it. This is a cool little bowl. So I'm gonna put some tight bond in there. See it? Look. Yeah, I'm gonna put some tight bond in it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it's been, I guess, a while. It's been glued up since last night. I just got home from work. I'm excited about turning this little bowl. And then I walked over to go open the back door. That one right there. And this little guy was on the floor. Like, yes! Now I can tight bond this guy back in. So it's going to be, I'll see you tomorrow. But it's going to be, it's going to work out better. I was really nervous about sanding that part with my delicate little fingers. But it has, whoa, it has that much more to cut off, which won't be any problem. But I'll be able to sand it and that too. So this is done. All right, gluing it back up. See you tomorrow. Okay, well there it is, the ironwood bowl. This bowl took me a week to turn with all of the epoxy glue ups. Then that piece right there broke off and flew off, and I found it, so I glued it up. Immediately as I started turning it, it flew off again, so I guess it didn't want to be there. This part right here, let me turn it around. That part right there, it was really punky all the way through the wood. So I don't know if you can see, it goes round, flat, round right there. I don't know if that happened when I was sanding it and it just kind of, the punky just kind of gave out. That part right there is paper thin. I could probably put my finger to it right now, but I didn't. So I kept turning it, and this piece of wood just really was so interesting to me as I started turning it. The shape, the colors, the cracks, the epoxy in the cracks. I love this little piece of wood. So I didn't want to scrap it. I wanted to keep going and turn it and stuff. So there it is. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and share. And remember to have a good time in your life. And smile a little bit, you know. We're all having a good time. If you're not having a good time, find something to have fun with. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next video. Bye.